I have a smile on my face. It's a good day, Benson. So, my boy Rambo, one of the smartest guys in Call of Duty, did some IP switching around, did some changes on the back end, and the studio can now join their game. So, we were talking about all kinds of different host changes and different scenarios so that we could capture the matches, and it looks like due to some tech ingenious from Coley Roll, Lennox, and Rambo, we have figured this out, and we are good to go. So game number 3 is coming up. What's our series score, Benson?
It's 2-0 to Curse Las Vegas. They've started
and what is
well.
the map?
The map, I believe, is going to be Octane Blitz, so it's a good one.
And if you had the old Envy, who would win this map?
The old Envy.
The Columbus Envy.
I would say Team EnvyUS. The way that Ray could play the objective back then, definitely I would say Team EnvyUS.
And if you had the new Envy, who would win this map?
See, that's where it gets a little bit different. I think a lot is going to depend now on Steady and Nameless stepping up trying to slay, as well as that Merc. Because in that last S&D, Nameless and Steady kind of started a little bit slow, if I'm honest, and that kind of really did affect them. Because Curse LV were able to get their comeback, so to speak. Curse LV started slower than Team EnvyUS, but as the time went on, they were able to catch up in the slaying department, and that's really what enabled them to win. So I think if those two players for Envy turn up, Envy should be able to take it, because Ray's...
It's going to be tough, though.
Without a doubt, it's going to be tough. I mean, LV, one of the best teams on the game, but Ray's objective mindset, the way that he knows Blitz, and the way he can work around the map is just unreal. It's like no one else I've seen on this game, so...
Well, speaking of that objective mindset, I think we should do a giveaway surrounding the objective. What do you think about that?
That sounds good.
Would you like to give away a hoodie, a book bag, or a headset?
I think it's too soon for a headset. I think we should go for a hoodie.
Too soon.
Too soon, you know, gotta tease people a little bit.
So we're gonna go for this guy here. The amazingly comfortable MLG hoodie. Fantastic for fall. Going into winter, you're going to hang out on your couch, win your 2K series, rocking your hoodie. So that is on the line right now. We got the classic gray MLG hoodie up for grabs. How do you win it? You need to tell us who is going to win this objective game mode, who puts up the most captures. And we should probably take a minute, Benson, and identify the tiebreakers here. Is it going to go kills, deaths? Does it go assist? What are we looking at here?
I think kills deaths. That's always a good one, because you don't want someone just running at the flag like Bambi. You want them to be able to defend themselves as well whilst doing so.
So most positive kill to death ratio. All right, I like that. That's good. So captures first, and then the tiebreaker is whoever had the better spread. Once again, that is an MLG hoodie on the line to win it. Of course, first you're gonna have to follow Ron, who is our Twitter master tonight, at MLG. He is going to tell you exactly how, of course, hashtag the players, hashtag MLG. And looks like we're just missing Kill. We got Miracles, Ricky, Parasite in here for Curse Las Vegas. We got Nameless, Merc, and Study, as well as Rambo. So as soon as Kill gets in the game, we will get this one started. Your prediction officially, LV or Envy here?
I'm going to go
People are watching. Americans will give you crap if you're wrong.
Oh, I know, but I'm very rarely wrong, so it's all good. I would say, I think because of the momentum so far, LV should take this.
Even though it's Envy's host?
I don't think that's going to matter. I just don't think so. The way that Killer over the past couple of days has been playing, especially in game types like Blitz, where he's been dropping a 2KD, hot fragging for the team, and with 7 caps as well. Their stats, which are just incredible and mind-blowing. Parasite as well. He's coming off a fantastic search and destroy off that last map. Envy, are they going to have their heads down? Probably not, because as I said, they're a team that can bounce back very quickly. But if they can shut down Rambo, then I can't see anyone else for Envy they're going to cap.
Wow, according to Maze OG, we asked you to send in your tweets, and I got one here. Maze OG says, I think LV will win. Envy doesn't have enough slaying power to win respawn game modes against LV.
I wouldn't say they don't necessarily have slaying power, but I would say right now in the series, it's missing. They definitely have that slaying power. Study and Nameless, when those two players are hot, that's slaying power on another level. Like that's scary.
Even Merc and Rambo can just go into Super Slayer mode at any time. But let's go ahead. The map is loaded up, and I'm excited. Even at 50 seconds, we're going to jump in, show you the map here. Octane, of course, we saw it at the very start, but here behind the broken building, we're going to have Miracles, Ricky, Parasite, and Killa. Who's the key defenseman on that squad? Ricky?
I would say Ricky, yeah. Ricky, I mean, you can see straight off the bat, he's actually running that dual band. So that's going to show his intentions. He wants to get some picks at distance, really try and shut Envy down before they can get anywhere near that cursed base. But the big thing is, for me on this Cursed LV team, is someone that you don't necessarily think I'm going to say, but it's going to be Miracles. Now, you made this point in the semi-final. Miracles is one of those players that just does the dirty work. He's going to do all those roles that no one else is necessarily going to do. Because, I mean, you're going to have Ricky, who's just going to be trying to slay, staying stationary, Killer, who's going to be playing hardcore objectives, just going constantly for those flags. Parasite is going to be doing a bit of both, and that leaves Miracles in a situation of filling in where his team needs him to be in situational plays. So he's that play to watch.
Merc comes in at the 4th second of the game in the countdown. I was so nervous right there, Merc. But you said Miracles is the player to watch, so I like that call out. And I can't wait to see what Merc, though, is doing here for Envy. He is definitely rocking his gold MTAR. And at the start, you see it's Merc and Rambo with the first 2 kills. Here goes Merc with the first cap as well. Envy off to that hot start. I like what we're seeing here from the boys in blue.
Yeah, that's what they need. They need that momentum now. They've had a bit of a rough series so far. They need to just clamp down, get the momentum back, and try and get themselves the first map of the series. However, I think LV did just reply, but Envy, it was Rambo, that objective mastermind. He was able to just exchange that cap for making it worthwhile for team members.
All right, so it's going to be 2-1 and make it 2-2 as Parasite gets the kills and gets out of there. He is currently 4-1, a 5-point streak after the cap. And he is now going to be working on his specialist perks. Let's see what he can do as he's pushing through. The bottom story does get picked off. There are teammates in the same area. Unfortunately, Kill won't get very far, and it's going to be up to Ricky to call out. Players are pushing through. Diner takes care of the business, top motel, and finally gets shut down from Strip. Envy flooding forward. Who's your player to watch?
Well, I was just looking at Rambo overextended, but now it's going to be Merc. He should have a cap there, but no, does get taken down. Now Ray's going to have to do some work. You can see him all by himself now. His teammates are going to be spawning in, but Cursed LV, they have that map control now. They have that presence. They're going to try and put a lot of pressure on the MV base. There's one player that's overextending all the way. He's actually got past Study. Luckily, though, Merc was there to pick him up. Rambo is going to have someone. Top Motel does get taken out. So Envy, they need to just hold their defensive for now.
So Envy forced to play very defensively. They are tied up with 3 minutes, 13 seconds in the first half. Remember, it's 2 5-minute rounds. We add up the score and switch sides at the half. Unfortunately, though, Envy has not been able to slide past Curse so far until Merc did that. Took out Ricky, who is on that power position at the Hummer. Now Merc knows the spawners are definitely in the base. We need to get some kills first. Here is one. 3 more players to get by, and there is a final player inside that will take him down. Rambo, though, coming from gas, gets in a 3-2 advantage in favor of Envy.
That was really, really nice play. The way Envy were able to pick up a couple of kills and then gain the spawns as well, it was just fantastic play. That's exactly what you want to be doing when you're playing Blitz at home. You need to get those initial kills, push up, get the map control, get the presence in the enemy spawn, get the follow-up kills as well. And then, as you saw, Rambo was just able to slide in. He's doing such a good job as well. He's going to go for the second. Connects as well. Fantastic play from him. He has 3 caps overall. This is what we were talking about. The way he plays the objective is second to none. He's 9-6 as well. Someone from LV needs to stop Rambo before this starts to get out of control.
And I just showed you Merc going through, too. So it's 5-2 after being tied up at 3 minutes, 30 seconds. 2 minutes left on the clock. Envy with a 3-point advantage. We're hopping back on board with Rambo, who's going in for number 6. He gets it. A 7-point streak for Rambo, and he's about to become a super soldier if he gets one more kill.
Yeah, it's fantastic play, and it kind of reminds me a little bit from when we saw the semi-final between Curse LV and Strictly Business. If you remember, on this exact map, LV had those issues of leaving their defensive side wide open, and that's something that Miracles has tried to fill in this game, although he's currently only 2-9. So those clutch kills, he hasn't been able to connect, and that's exactly why, with 1 minute 30 left, we see Envy with such a big lead.
Great defense so far from Envy, but there are 2 players in the base. Merc watches one go through, but cleans up the other. And Merc, now with the best score in the game, 11-6 with his 2 caps. He's sitting underneath Rambo, who is on top of the leaderboard for EnvyUS with 5 captures.
They're both putting in some serious numbers. And it's going to be left to Nameless now, actually, to just do some defensive work. But you can see he's in no position whatsoever to do that. He's very hard pushed. He actually got stunned. And no one from LV actually followed up that stun. So he isn't actually in a position, if he wanted to just jump in and get a cap. Because you can see those orange arrows. This is the problem with the way LV play Blitz Octane. They have no one who's tracking back. I mean, Nameless got stunned. They're gonna know he's there, but yet they're just allowing him to do so. And you can see those 4 orange arrows flooding. And this is where Rambo's gonna be calling out to Envy. He's gonna be saying, look, when you spawn, overextend. We don't need to go back to our base at this point. We can just overextend and keep that cap lead. There is no need for them to try and do that defensive. There's only 26 seconds left. They can just continuously trade those caps.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true, though. It looks like the players are getting picked off across the map. You know, it was a 4-point advantage. Now just 3, 9 and 6, 14 seconds left on the clock. Merc trying to get a final goal in for this half. Was spotted. Can he win the gunfight? He does. Fantastic reaction from Merc as he goes through 10-7, maintaining that 3-point advantage.
And they did really well just trading those caps. The lead was shortened. Fair play to Curse Las Vegas. Parasite with a 5-point streak. Miracles with a 7. I called him out, and he must have heard because that was a fantastic comeback. He was having a very poor game. And then as soon as Curse LV got that map control, he was allowed to just slay across the middle of the map and push those objectives.
Yeah, he was 2 and 9 for a moment, right? So he finished 5 and 1.
He was struggling. He was really struggling at the start, but he managed to get himself back in. But what really surprises me looking at that scoreboard is actually Ricky, 4 and 10. So not being able to just get that slaying positions that he needs. And that's mainly because of the way that Rambo's running around the map. He's such a sneaky player to always try and keep tabs on. You never know where he's going to be. And that's exactly why he has 6 caps to his name.
Yeah, we saw Merc pick him off from the Hummer twice in that game. So Envy definitely aware of what their opponents are doing. We have Killa trying to go through the goal. He will be cut short. So now it's time for the defensive stand from Curse Las Vegas. Parasite laying down bottom motel. You got players hanging out top motel. This is Rambo from Envy. And Rambo is threatening, unable to go through. Now taking a look at his teammate Nameless. And Nameless just snuck by all 4 members of Las Vegas. A clear goal if he goes for it.
Yeah, that was really smart play. Parasite didn't check up top. And Nameless has actually dropped back to try and get the kill on Parasite. Not really sure he needed to do that, but he did get it anyway, and he's going to slide that in. It's worth mentioning as well, if you're new to Call of Duty Esports, there's a bit of a storyline there. Nameless used to actually team with this Curse Las Vegas lineup, so he has that added motivation to want to go ahead and beat his old team, because there's no better feeling than beating your old team.
Absolutely. Good point, Benson. Totally forgot to address that at the start. And, you know, we haven't seen Envy match up against Curse Las Vegas too many times with Nameless on the squad, so... Yeah. He's definitely out for blood. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be Envy going through. That was Rambo again, and there's still Merc inside the Vegas base. So Vegas, they are struggling. Now down 5 points with 3 minutes 20. Make it 6 points after that cap for Merc.
Yeah, that was just nice positioning play from Merc. As you said, he stayed in the base, looking for some spawn kills, recognized he didn't actually need to go for them. He could just slide in and help his team out on defense because it looked like Curse LV actually all overextended down that left side. And again, the story of that semifinal, the way Curse Las Vegas are playing defense on Blitz Octane, it just leaves so many open holes. And against a team like Envy, you just can't afford to do that. They will punish you. I mean, you look at Rambo right now, 8 caps bucket, and you've got Merc with 5 as well. You can't allow players to do that against you.
Well, I know everyone who hashtagged Rambo is really smiling right now. They're like, 8, okay, Merc 5, not really a challenge. No one on LV a challenge. Currently, it's Parasite and Miracles with 3 caps each. Unfortunately, Rambo won't go through again. Merc, though, plays some solid D after watching one player go through. 6-point advantage still for Envy, and Merc is pushing for his 20 bomb.
Yeah, he's just looking to lock off this left-hand side of the map. And this is where the experience from Rambo and Merc is really going to come in. Just that composure is, if LV do cap, which they just have, you're going to have Rambo saying, yeah, don't worry, it's no big deal. It's just 1 cap. There's still 2 minutes 13. We've got plenty of time. We can just push now as a team and try and get our lead back.
Nameless and Merc picking up kills. Rambo now on the kill feed on Parasite. There's another one for Merc. This is a free capture. Ooh. Merc goes through for his 6th, and we will have Rambo also. You see that yellow arrow? We switched to him, challenging inside the base, throws the grenade, won't get the kill. 2 more players there for Curse New York, but they didn't see the sneaky cap coming in. That was Nameless, who now has 4 captures of his own.
Yeah, that was really smart play from him. He recognized everyone was so focused on trying to pick up that kill in the form of Rambo at the front. He was just like, well, I'll throw a smoke and just run behind them. And no one from LV was able to actually pick that up. And just looking now at that kill column, you've got Merc with 22 kills. You've got Nameless with 17. Study 13 and 12. He's not really had that many people to kill, but when he has, he's been making those kills. And that's really, really important. And it looks like as well, as we approach the last minute, Merc may actually catch Ray up in kills.
The Twitter fans are getting excited. Do you see what Merc did in the capture? He is now within 1 point of Rambo in terms of captures and definitely has him beat if it goes to the tiebreaker. Nameless also silently putting up 4. We're switching over to Study, though, and it seems that Study has actually become that defenseman for this Envy lineup.
Yeah, and he's doing a really good job. He's just locking off that sort of portion of the map. His teammates are putting so much pressure on the LV base. He hasn't really had that much to do, hence why he hasn't really got that much of a jaw-dropping score. But again, Ricky still struggling in this Blitz game. 8 and 16, double negative, something that you rarely see from a player like him.
And you see Envy knows they have the game locked up. 32 seconds left on the clock. Not enough time for Curse Las Vegas to make a 9-point deficit disappear, and Merc currently has Rambo tied. So now it's all about that hoodie. Who is going to get it? Is it Merc? Is it Rambo? Get your tweets in. It's not too late. Rambo in the base gets one. Spotting a second player. He challenges, gets the kill. There's one more player behind him. Shots coming down, and there's not enough protection. Nameless will go through, though. 21-11. A blowout here on Octane by Envy.
Fantastic plays from them. They really stepped up where they needed to. They now have the foot in the door in the series. And in terms of a confidence boost, what more could you ask? A demolition of a team on Blitz. I mean, that is really going to give them a boost. And now the big question is, how are LV going to respond? Because when they got beat this badly against Strictly Business, when they moved on to the domination game, they got beat almost as bad, if I remember correctly. So Envy could be looking at this as if they're going to get another free map.
For sure. All right, so Merc dropping the most kills in the game, but Killa also putting up some big numbers for Curse Las Vegas. Here's a look one more time. Killa 22-22. You saw Parasite barely going negative, and Ricky was really the story of that one. We always see him super positive, especially in game modes like Blitz, where he can just set up and slay. But in this one, Envy's running gun playstyle had him on his heels, and he was taken advantage of. Merc and Rambo combining for 16 caps of the 21.
That's crazy. That's a crazy statistic.
So it looks like Merc is the correct answer to the challenge. They tied, but Merc had a 9+9 record where Rambo is -10 and the slaying to death column. We have this hoodie. We'll be giving it out to one of you after this commercial break.